First of all, rest in peace to Bill Russell, and my heartfelt condolences go out to him and his family. During this tough time, I understand that there will be a time for healing. This man is a great man. He has done a lot for the sport of basketball. More importantly, he is what I would call the last of the Mohicans. He is from a generation that no longer is just prevalent or as prevalent in society as they should be. Maybe a generation whose views, beliefs, ideology have been co-opted by today's modern society and have been used for, at times, even propaganda. Bill Russell is from a time where men were men. If you recall, in 1967, the Ali Summit. Ali refuses to be inducted into the Army. Religious beliefs and an ideology that was of his own. And he did not want to go to the Army. And Bill Russell, along with a plethora of other guys, Jim Brown, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, at the time Lou Alcindor, they stood front and center and supported Ali for his endeavors and for his thoughts and his beliefs. And at this time, like I said, men were men. Bill Russell is an 11-time NBA champion. He is from an era where he would compete against the man who I would say is simply maybe the most dominant force in NBA history, and that is Wilt Chamberlain. Mr. 50 points, 25 rebounds a game. And Bill went head-to-head with this guy, and they gave each other their best. It is very interesting on this particular day because my views on entertainers, athletes have certainly shifted in the last few years. But like I said, that last generation, that lost generation of where people were just, men were men. And I don't know if it's because that particular era of men had to, we're talking about athletes in particular, I don't know if it's because they had to have other jobs outside of their sport, right? And I've seen, like, for example, J.J. Redick talked about those guys were plumbers and firefighters, and they were. I mean, you're talking about like a guy like Elgin Baylor, I believe, in the offseason was a construction worker. And, you know, various guys had different jobs. So the NBA was not as, it didn't pay as well as it does today, obviously. And so Bill and those guys, man, they had to grind. They had to grind outside of just their sport. And once again, it's all good, you know, it's all great that today's players can make the money that they're making. But I think there has to be a certain level of respect that is just due. We have to give that. We have to pay it. As people always say, pay it forwards, man. Sometimes you got to pay it back. You got to pay it backwards. And we have to give respect. And we have to give honor to our previous generation. That previous generation of men, in particular, Bill Russell. And so I do want to say, I salute you, sir. Rest in peace. Your works have created a undying legacy. You will be remembered. You've done amazing things, not just on the court, off the court. What you symbolize, at least in my opinion, is a level of greatness that all men should aspire to attain. Not that anyone's perfect, but like I said, I salute you, sir, and rest in peace.